everybody, Jaws Jr. here for another rock counting adventure. What you're looking at is the slabs that I have cut personally since May of 2021. Been kind of busy doing stuff. Not hitting it very hard, but busy enough. And every piece here is something that I have collected, or the Mrs. Jaws Jr. has collected. So let's go ahead and dive in. But first, we are also lucky enough to be over with Mr. Van Dyke. And we're going to go through some of his favorite pieces as well. But let's get started. Okay, we're going to work our way from right to the left. And right in front of us here is some picture jasper that we picked up in Southeast Oregon. I'm going to go ahead and get this wet and show this off to you guys. The colors are impressive. The downside is this stuff is highly fractured. So we're going to have to take the time in figuring out exactly which cabs we want to collect from. I mean, we want to cut out from this. And here's another one. Moving above here, really not exactly sure what this is. I believe this came out of the Willamette River. And it was just said something that, hey, I just want to cut. So that's what we did. And here is another Willamette River piece. It's kind of porous in areas, but there's some also solid areas in it, and we're going to be able to get some pretty cool cabochons out of that. Moving on over, we are looking at some chert collected in Southeast Oregon. Stuff is absolutely beautiful. It's pretty solid, although like with this one here, you can see some cracks in it. See some cracks up there, but there's still plenty of usable material down here. And this was taken in the same general area, probably about a quarter mile away from what this other material is collected. Got some big plans for this, so you guys are going to have to stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can see what's going to happen with a lot of this material. And this one here, Michael, what's your opinion?
Excellent.
Okay, we are here looking at some porcelain jasper. Now, the person who identified this for me knows exactly where it was collected, and he immediately said it was porcelain jasper. So I'm going to take him at 100% confidence saying that if that is what this material is. Over here, now this, and it's not, the colors are not showing up very well here. Let me see if I can do something to get the colors better for you. This is a rock of many colors. Pick a color in the rainbow, it's in it. I even found some purple in it. There's some blues, some yellows, some oranges, reds, greens. This is one very busy piece, and it's agatized because parts of it's translucent, but it's also got characteristics of jasper. So, and this is the other piece of it too. This stuff is just incredible. The amount of colors, how busy this is. The downside, there's a few cracks in it, but I think I could still pull off some beautiful cabochons off of this. This one here, not sure what's going on with this one. Lots of cracks in it. But on the ends, we can still do some work with it. Moving up. It looks like a couple chunks of melon sitting there. This is some very common rock here in the Pacific Northwest. Sugar agate, also known as quartzite. This stuff was picked up in the Columbia Basin. It is very easy to work. This is one of the best polishing materials there is out there. If somebody wants to be able to get the basics of polishing understood, they need to go collect some quartzite. Stuff is easy to work. And it comes in a wide range of colors as well. As you can tell, this one here actually had some pink in it. Okay, upper right hand corner, we have some jasper that we picked up. This surprised me because I knew there might have been a little bit of green in it, but it was just the iron, the rust color. And when I cut that open, I was very surprised. Down below that is some plume agate. There's a few people here that I know that can identify exactly the location of this immediately. I'm just not telling you what the location is. But look at the reds on that. Then we have some agatized material that came out of Yakima County, Washington. Nice and solid, beautiful material. We'll be able to do a couple of different things with this. More picture jasper, very similar to what was down before. We'll go on across over here. Some more picture jasper. This was collected in yet in a very similar location as this, I think about 100 yards apart from each other. Downside with this again is with the cracks. Mother Nature is awfully hard on these rocks, and I wish she'd take it a little bit more easier on it. More plume agate, similar to the stuff that's over here. Then we're going to go down and show you something different. This is oolite. Some people call it oolite, but it's oolite agate. And I'm going to take you guys up to later in the year, take you to the location of where I picked it up. So if you are interested in collecting this material, be sure to subscribe because there will be a video coming showing you right where to pick this stuff up at. Okay, we're going to continue on here. And this is a very dark piece of jasper. You can see some of the little bit lighter aspects of it down here. But even wet, it does not bring out the colors very much. It almost makes it look darker. So that's a very unique piece to work with. Down below that here is some agatized material. That in the same rock, it went to something else that's got some blue in it. And I'm still trying to get this properly identified. I've had a couple of leads on what it is, and I have not been able to confirm it through a second source. Come back over this way here. Now you'll see this cabochon. Go back in my videos, you'll see where this guy was made. And this is the sister slab from it. So you could tell, just even here, you could tell the big difference in the brightness of the color of making a cabochon and having it polished from the raw slab. This came from the Willamette River. Now this has been possibly identified as a white onyx. Buddy James is the one who identified it, but he only identified it through pictures and he hasn't been able to have his hands on it yet. So this is still something that's up in the air. We're not 100% sure. Over here we're working on more plume material. I've picked up a lot of this and I'm really looking forward to making some cabochons out of this stuff. Now we will wrap it up with a couple more small pieces here. And of course, we have more jasper here with a quartz vein down the middle of it. Some big ideas for this, kind of bounced one of my ideas off of Michael, and he has given me the voice of approval, which is important sometimes. This is a Willamette River find, and the polished sister slab was also in the same video where the red jasper cabochon was at. We got another piece of Willamette River material. And then if you follow me on Facebook at all, this will look familiar. This was the Hollywood Rock Ranch end cut of petrified wood that I polished. And it turned out really nice. Now let's wander on over here and take a look at some of Michael's stuff that he wants to share with us. Okay, we're looking at some of Michael's material, and I'm going to let him pick out a few items and tell you about.
Howdy all. Well, this is just cuts from the last 4 years, 4.5 years, but a lot of stuff I go out and prospect for it. A lot of it's barter from other people in different states, and if I see something online, if I like it, I'm going to buy it. That's the way to go. We've got some, this is Northern California Brachiated Jasper. And that's green agate inlay in there. And this one is the same way there too, but this one you can really see it. So this one's really going to come up nice. Oh, there you go. Now you can really see it. In fact, I got a cabochon ready to go on it. And then we got some Brazilian agate with quartz running through it. Here's another one. This stuff polishes up beautiful. A lot of people don't like it when it cuts like that, and I tell them, give it to me, I'll take it, I know how to work it. And we got Thunder Egg. I think this is Soccer Creek, ain't it, Scott?
Looks like it.
Looks like Soccer Creek. Some more Brachiated Jasper. This is from Eastern Oregon, though. And this is from Southern California, and I can't remember the name of it. It's named after a county down there, too. I can't remember the name of it, but this is beautiful stuff. There's only one bad thing about this stuff: it undercuts when you try to work it, so I just pretty much keep a raw piece. Maricopa? Mara something. It's not Maricopa, that's from Arizona. Here's some agate I found around here. I think this is from the Willamette River. This is from the Willamette River. Here's some crazy lace. I don't like working this stuff because it's hard to find a piece that you can really work without getting undercuts and cracks and fractures and everything in it, but once you get a piece figured out, it's going to go pretty good. Here's some jasper from California, but see all the fracture lines and stuff in it? Hard to work. You might see something over here you like I'm going to do it here, and you flip it over and there's a fracture running through there. This I'm not even going to go through that came out of there, just a little of everything without nothing. Here's some more Brazilian agate. like cutting that stuff. You just don't know what you're going to get out of there. We got some more Brazilian agate here. This is the common Brazilian agate. About 90% of the Brazilian agate you cut is going to have these flow lines going through it like this. You can see where the minerals entered right here. Very common. And then you'll get some Brazilian agate like this. That's going to throw some different colors out. And this is the stuff I like to keep for myself. I might hand a piece out to a buddy or two. Some more crazy lace. Here's some Sheep Creek agate. This is from Oregon. Really nice stuff. I haven't worked any yet. Got this from a buddy in Hermiston. He sent me one piece of rough and got pretty lucky and did some fine cutting out of it. Every cut was like, oh, kind of cool there. And here we got some Jasper. And this is from Northern California. Got a buddy down there I horse trade with, and he goes out and collects. This is plume. This is from Eastern Oregon. Didn't even tell what those were until you wet them down. Yeah, Eastern Oregon plume agate. This stuff's fun to work with. Then we got Blue Mountain Jasper.
Love that stuff.
Yeah, I like the orbs in them. As a matter of fact, tell you a secret, I forgot I had them too because I pretty much worked it all up. Here's some more brachiated jasper from Northern California. There. And then we got here, this is Flint Ridge from Ohio. A lot of nappers love this stuff. They all know what it is. I've got some arrowheads in the house made from this stuff from buddies, but man, this beautiful stuff when worked. A lot of them heat treat it, but you don't have to. It'll work out either way. You rarely find any fractures in it. Nice stuff to work with. And we got thunder eggs from Oregon. This is from the Richardson Ranch. You can tell why I'm going to make cabots out of this stuff. That is going to be pretty. I don't know what bed it came from, but I'll ask Casey when I see him next time. There's a couple more. These are all off the same rock. It's a different slab. Pretty unique. Of course, pitcher jasper, Oregon. We have lots of pitcher jasper around here. And Oregon pitcher jasper really puts on a good show.
So Waihi there, looks like.
Yeah, and that's what it is, Waihi. Some more.
That's Biggs.
This here
is that the shoots?
Either Biggs or Wild. I think it's Wild Horse.
Oh, that's Wild Horse?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the way it's lighter colored.
Yeah, here's some Biggs right here. And there's some old Biggs right over there, that big slab. Yeah, and there's another one. Yeah, this is old Biggs. Highway 84 sits right above it now. So you know what that means. You don't get to dig it. You see the little dendries and stuff in it. Eastern Oregon over by the Idaho border. Got this from a buddy Al. He owns a rock shop. He'll sell it to you, but he won't tell you where he got it because people will go in there and they'll rape the land. Don't blame him. He said there's amount there is enough to go out and cut a few, but not enough for everybody to have. So he goes in there and gets a handful once in a while, and he's willing to sell it.
Very nice. If you want to see more of his material and some stuff that he's not sharing with us, but he's going to share on his own channel, be sure to look for the link to his channel in the description below. Okay, so you've seen what I've been up to this summer. Been doing a lot of cutting, getting ready to make some cabochons. Now, if any of you are going to be interested in buying any of this material, get in contact with me, because most of this is going to be sent off to 1 or 2 people for wire wrapping or for being set in silver. Get in contact with me and I will put you in contact with them, and we will see about working something out where you can get some of this material and more stuff. So we're going to end it right here. Just remember, everyone's life's an adventure. Then there's mine, enjoying my summer's long work of doing some cabs. This is the Adventures of Jaws Jr. Have a good one, everybody. See ya!